Wow, it was an incredible last couple of days. We're in DC right now, so I got my DC hoodie. As you can see, Israel occupied territory. The first day we met with Dr. Ed Hassan, the founder of Samud Pod. We spent several hours brainstorming on how to improve the firm. It was a phenomenal time. Then he took us out, a small tour of the city. We had lunch together. The next day, AJP Action, Americans for Justice and Peace for Palestine. We had an amazing conference. They said it was gonna be off the chain and we're gonna have a surprise speaker. I'm like, who's a surprise speaker? It was Mother Agapia. I could not believe it. I told Selvin, yo, listen, we have to meet with her no matter what. We lost contact with her for a little bit and then we had to sprint outside, sprint down the stairs, finally get in touch with her. I was like, yo, make it roll, put the mic on. So we did, and she was super, super gracious with her time.
I don't take for granted, since he's a pastor,
yes,
that he understands how important this is to the Christians of the Christians here.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is. It's just a matter of education. And quite frankly, the discrimination. It's been so misinterpreted what's happening, and that there are Christians on the ground there, and they're suffering as much as the
Yes. We even got her phone number, which was like, wow, so hospitable. Alhamdulillah. And then at the conference, I just went up to the founder. I was like, Dr. Usama, listen, I got some suggestions. Can we say such and such? And he's like, hey, you want to speak? I'm like, hell yes, I want to speak. So we got behind the podium. We shared some of our thoughts and suggestions with the crowd. Assalamu alaikum. MashaAllah, I'm so happy to be here. Just a little bit about myself. I'm a litigation attorney. So my job is to stand up in front of a jury, present my case, and have them award my client millions of dollars for an intangible thing. If someone asks you, what is your occupation? What do you say? I'm a financial advisor. Occupation? That's a pretty positive thing to say. When you say Israeli occupation forces, does that elicit anything negatively in your mind? Now, we know that is the legal term of art, but you are the person that is the arbiter of the language that you use. So what is the phrase that I suggest you use? Israeli suffocation forces. Israeli suffocation forces. The great thing about that phrase is it doesn't in any way, it cannot be misinterpreted for something good. If someone is trying to suffocate you, could you possibly think that's a good thing? No. And it has the same rhythm as the word occupation. So they may have heard occupation, so now you use suffocation. Israeli suffocation forces. Now, I've heard the term settler. Does that in any way elicit a negative emotion? As a personal injury attorney, I tell my clients, we just got an amazing settlement. That's a great thing. We just settled your case. By the way, if you'd like us to evaluate your particular case, just call us at 706-890-0000 or shoot us an email at intake@theawadlawfirm.com. Now back to the video. Well, what's the word? They are squatters. They are squatters. And even if you do not understand what squatting is from a legal perspective, you know what squatting is. That is what you do when you go to the restroom to relieve yourself. It elicits a connotation of disgust. They're squatters. They're not settlers. Number 3, prisoner. Now, Muhammad Ibrahim is more than a prisoner. He is an American child hostage. American child hostage in Israeli dungeons. American child hostage. Because even the word prisoner evokes that this person did something wrong and was convicted for it, or at least there was some probable cause for him to be detained. He is an American child hostage. It's important to use the same language unanimously, so it sticks in their minds. This is one thing that I like to say, because the word refugee already elicits a second-class citizenship. We are Nakba survivors. We are Nakba survivors. My mom was born in Gaza in 1965. She is a Naksa survivor. That is the language. And if you've thought about this a little bit, what do our Jewish brothers say about those who have outlived the Holocaust? Holocaust survivors. Think about the language. Do they ever say Jewish refugees? No, they don't. Last but not least, in a negotiation, you always ask for much more than what you think you can get. We have some congresspersons say the word genocide. We should not be calling it a genocide. It is a Holocaust. It is a Holocaust. If Candace Owens has already said the word Holocaust, why are we afraid to use that term? If Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I have met with personally, has called it a genocide, what's the next step? You're still going to be complacent at that level? It is a Holocaust. And even if the member of Congress that you are meeting with hasn't come to that word yet, you're implicitly saying you're 2 steps behind. It is the Palestinian Holocaust. Think about before the ceasefire, what was the phrase that was used by the opposing faction? Bring them home. Bring them home. I agree with bring them home. Every one of us agrees with bring them home, right? And now when they are home, the new talking point is demilitarization of the H group, right? So you think how they're constantly thinking ahead? So your next step is calling it a Holocaust and not a genocide. The H group. My response when somebody asks me, do you condemn Hamas? I say, I condemn you for your selective condemnation. I condemn you for your selective condemnation. Have you ever asked anyone to condemn the Israeli suffocation forces? Have you ever asked anyone of Israeli forced evictions of Palestinians from their homes? Do you understand the offensive nature of your language when you go up to a random Catholic person asking them to condemn child molestation? I'm already implicated in this atrocity. You must take that back, because I am offended by your question. And I will stop it there. Thank you. And they absolutely loved it. Alhamdulillah, it was great. And then we finally put that into action on day 3, where we actually went to the Capitol. We got up early in the morning, got on the bus, boom, head to the Capitol, and it was showtime.
No more murder, no more lies!
Free, free, free Palestine!
Free, free, free Palestine! End the occupation now!
Gaza is starving now!
Gaza is starving now!
Gaza is starving now!
Gaza is starving now!
Children are dying now!
Children are dying now!
Children are dying now!
Children are dying now!
right? We actually met face to face with Senator Raphael Warnock, where he actually accepted our meeting, which is huge because so many senators, representatives refuse to even meet with us, which is bullshit because they work for us, right? But Raphael Warnock, kudos to him. He accepted to meet with us and actually commended us for making our voice heard. So that was amazing. Then we went to Senator John Ossoff's office. He was not there, even though he was there. So we see right through that bullshit. But we sat with one of his staffers, Aisha, and we shared our concerns, which were three, all right? Number one, Muhammad Ibrahim, 15-year-old, abducted by Israeli suffocation forces, and now he's held in Israeli dungeons without due process. Muhammad Ibrahim is like our number one priority. Number two, we talked about how there's a chilling of our First Amendment rights, freedom of speech, okay? We can criticize Trump, but we can't criticize Netanyahu. That's bullshit, okay? And number three, there's a current bill in the House that is co-sponsored by 55 of our elected officials, block the bombs. And we were urging Senators Ossoff and Warnock to create a companion bill for the Senate. So those are the three items that we talked about, and we were urging our elected officials to follow through and share equal humanity for every single one of us. But we're back at the airport, going back home tonight, finally be able to sleep in my own bed, alhamdulillah, but we gotta keep it moving. Let's go.